you one of those people who whenever sees a person getting rich or becoming millionaire by investing money in stocks, doing trading and getting good returns, and then they become rich, and you also feel like you want to be in that position? You also want to earn money. You also want to put your money to work. But you don't know how to invest money. You don't know how stock market works. You don't know how you should start. What is the first step to take? And that is why you are lacking behind from other people who are already moving forward. Well, don't worry. I am here to help you out for the same. Hello and welcome back. I am Tanisha Sharma, and today I have come with a great video for you guys. I hope this is going to be helpful for you. And the topic is how to start investing in stocks for beginner. So if you are a beginner, you don't know how to open a Demat account, where to invest, how to log in, what are the documents required, what are the things you should keep in mind before you start investing. So I'll be helping you out with all these queries. So without any delay, let's get started. We'll start every segment step by step. Segment 1 is how to open a Demat or trading account. Without this, you cannot start investing. Start with choosing the right broker. You better look for broker who offer low brokerage charges, easy to use mobile apps and reliable customer services. There are so many brokerage apps available. Right now, let me help you out with 2 brokerage accounts that I have chosen, and I'm gonna differentiate between both of them and we'll figure out which one is more beneficial for you and what are the factors you should look for in a broker. So let's first understand the type of broker. Zerodha is a discount broker, and Upstocks is also a discount broker. A discount broker is a stock broker who carries out buy and sell orders and charge minimal to no charges for their services. Next, the trading account opening fees. That's free for both Zerodha and Upstocks. Next, trading account AMC charges. That is also free for both of them. Next, Demat account opening charges. That is also free for both of them. And next, Demat account DMC charges. That is 300 rupees for Zerodha and 150 for Upstocks. So this was a comparison of charges usually a broker charge, but I hope you have an idea now that what are the factors you have to look before opening an account with any broker. Also make sure to compare their account fees, their annual maintenance charges and transaction fees. So this is how you can choose a broker, by keeping such factors in your mind and then opening a Demat account. But now, to open a Demat account or trading account, you also need documents, and the documents are Aadhaar card, PAN card, your bank details and a passport size photo. Now also understand the charges. Every trade comes with some costs, and those costs are brokerage fees. You have to pay to the broker, STT, Securities Transaction Tax, a government tax that you have to pay. Next, DP charges. Because you're going to store your stocks in the Demat account, you'll have to pay a charge for that. Okay, don't let these charges scare you. They are very minimal to small amount. But it is very important for you to know before you open a Demat account that where you are spending your money. Our next segment is funding your trading account. Now it is time to fund it. But let me tell you the golden rule of funding. Start small. Only start with the amount that you are okay or comfortable if you lose it. Maybe 5,000, 10,000 or whatever you are comfortable in. Do not start with a big amount that you cannot bear losing. As you learn more about trading and stocks with time, you can increase the amount. Never invest money that you might need in the short term. The stock market is great for long-term goals, and as you are a beginner and new to stocks, you lack knowledge and information. So do not think of investing for short term as a beginner. Once you're confident and you have enough knowledge, then you can start that. Now, our next segment, choosing the right stocks. So till now, we know how to start a Demat account, how to sign in, what are the documents needed, and then how should we fund our account. But now it is time for you to choose the stocks. So before choosing the stocks, keep these things in your mind. First, focus on sunrise industries. These are the industries with high growth potential, like renewable energy industries, technological industries, or healthcare industries. Think of sectors that will drive the economy in the future. Second, check the company's fundamentals. Look for companies with strong revenue and high growth. A company with low debt to equity ratio who doesn't rely much on loans. Then also check the PE ratio. Price to earning ratio. Lower PE is usually better. This tells if the stock is underpriced or overpriced. Next, check the promoter holding. Higher promoter holding shows the confidence in the industry. And then check the dividend yield. Companies that pay dividends are a bonus for investors. These are the company's fundamentals that you have to keep in your mind and check before choosing a stock. Now, find undervalued stocks. Once you have identified the right sector, look for undervalued companies. Check a 14-day RSI, Relative Strength Index, to check whether the stock is oversold or not. Look for temporary price drops that is caused by external factor and not poor performance. And this is how you can choose the right stocks for you, by keeping these factors in your mind. Now let's move to the next segment. Diversify your investments. Diversification in stocks is your safety net that will catch you when you're about to fall. So keep this in mind, that never put all your money in just one stock, because if something wrong goes with that one stock, you lose all your money. So always diversify your investments. If one stock underperforms, the other one in your portfolio can balance it out, but that will only happen if you have invested diversifically. A good rule of thumb is that do not invest more than 5% of your total portfolio into one single stock. Spread your investments to reduce risk. Now let's move to the next segment. Stay informed with Google Alerts. Knowledge is power in the stock market. Create Google Alerts for the companies you have invested in. If you create Google Alerts, you will get every single update on news or developments about the company you have invested in. This helps you make timely decisions. Now let me give you an example. Suppose you have invested in a company and you get a Google alert about that company that the prices of its share are going to fall. Because you got this information instantly, what you can do is you can sell the stocks right away, because the prices are anyways going to fall down. So before the prices fall down, you can sell it and make money out of it. And this is how being updated helps you. Next segment. So till now we have talked about opening a Demat account, how to choose the right stocks, which broker to choose, how to diversify your investment, and how to fund your account. Now we are going to talk about selling the stocks, how you can sell the stocks. Knowing when to sell your stocks is as important as buying it. Here's when you might consider selling your stocks. First, your stocks has grown by 20% or more, and now it is trading above the industry average PE ratio. Next, when you feel like the company's future looks weak, and you feel like maybe after some time the price of this company's stocks are going to fall and I might be in loss, then you should sell your stocks. Next, you can sell your stocks if you feel you have achieved your investment goals and you want to lock in your profits. At that time, you can sell your stocks and make a profit for yourself. So you should sell your stocks if it has grown by 20% or more, if you feel like the future of the company looks weak, and if you feel like, okay, I have reached my investment goals. Then only you should sell your stocks, because that is the right time for you to sell it. Always remember, it is better to sell and make profit rather than keeping it and putting it on risk and losing it all. Well, now we have covered all the segments which you should know and keep in mind if you are a beginner and want to start investing in stocks. But also I have a few additional tips for beginners. First, learn continuously. Read books, watch videos, and keep up with market news. I have been telling this in the whole video that having knowledge is the greatest power in stock market. Next, avoid emotional decisions. Emotional decisions might land you into losing your money. The market always goes up and down. You just have to be patient and consistent. Do not rush and do not panic. Next, don't follow the crowd. Do your own research before investing in trading stocks. Do not follow what others are following. They might be wrong as well. So until and unless you are sure and confident about your investments, don't follow others. Make your own decisions. Next, keep a long-term perspective. The stock market rewards patience. If you have patience, you might end up having good profit. But if you don't have patience, you might make bad decisions and lose all your money. So just be patient, do your own research, think again, and choose the right investments. And that's your beginner's guide to start investing in stock market. Just remember, the key to success in stocks is starting small, diversifying your investments, and staying updated and informed. So we are done for today. I hope you liked this video. If so, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'm gonna see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.